So, will trading show me who I am as a person? Okay. And this goes a little bit into life transformation a bit here. Okay. I wanted to just give you guys a little bit of an overview, simply as far as just some different lifestyle changes that occur. But what changes as a result of you becoming an options trader is everything. Your decision making changes, the way you spend money changes, the way you see money changes, the way you feel about money changes, how you see money changes, how you're sending money changes, everything, where you keep your money changes. There's so many different variables about who you are as a result of what changes occur being an options trader in the stock market. Okay. So, for instance, most people use a fractional bank for holding their money. Okay. The issue with the bank is that your money is only insured up until a specific amount. However, with a brokerage account, that amount is then heightened. Okay. So, as far as even just that specific situation, you may potentially be more inclined to keep your money in a brokerage account than a fractional bank. Okay. So that's just one scenario. Now, again, if you're a greedy person, that's going to show in your options trading. Okay. Because what happens is you may potentially get into a situation where you win a trade, and immediately what you're thinking about, instead of taking profits, is holding on a little bit longer so that you can make a specific dollar amount, or just so that you can say you made more money than you originally thought you were about to. Okay. A lot of the times we have very what's the word I'm looking for? I guess you could basically just say like unrealistic ideas about the markets. Okay. We can't be greedy and bring our greed to the markets. Okay. We first have to address ourselves, become self aware of what we are doing so that we can then make greater decisions in the markets. Okay. But the great thing about the markets is that it actually gives us the picture of ourselves. It basically puts a mirror in front of us. Okay. How do we react when we take a loss? Okay. That's another situation. Okay. Usually these things allow us to mirror ourselves. We get to see who we truly are when our emotions are on the line. Because for what it's worth, when money's on the table, things get very serious, as you can very well attest to. Okay. So those are the things we want to make sure that we're taking heed to when we're talking about trading and who we are then becoming as a person. Are you a generous person? For me, I'm very generous. I consider myself to be a very generous person. I love giving. Okay. One thing about me is that specifically when there's a big day, somebody's getting blessed. Okay. Because for what it's worth, for me, I typically see it as money being made in thin air. Okay. I use my skill set in order for me to make money in a short period of time, which is then allowing me to be incrementally more generous than maybe I potentially would have been initially based off of what I had potentially. Okay. And that's all obviously subjective, right? But for what it's worth, it's great to be able to have this skill set in order to address the needs of our loved ones. And that's one thing I take very seriously about options trading. Okay. It allows me to help my parents, to get things for my children, to assist around the house, do whatever I need to do, for what it's worth, bless people and different things like that. It is definitely a great thing when you're able to take your generosity and essentially 10x it using options trading. It's an amazing feeling. Okay. We have a lot of our students that were able to even give back to their parents, giving their parents money or maybe buying something special for their children or their significant other using options trading. A lot of people were actually even able to do things like pay off student loans, pay for their wedding. I mean, we were able, purchasing family vehicles. We have seen so many great things here at Option Snipers University, and these are things that essentially happen as a result of making specific lifestyle changes. Okay, are you a morning person? Obviously, the stock market opens at 9:30 Eastern every morning. Okay, in order to take advantage of the markets, we typically say you need to have a pre-market plan. Are you getting up early to watch the pre-market session in order for you to take advantage of what's to occur when the market opens? Okay, some of those things we have to then reevaluate. Okay, it's all a learning process, it's all a journey, but along the way we have to make sure that we're continuously becoming self-aware of what we need to change in our lives. And I promise you, you're not only going to see these changes in other areas, you're also going to see it primarily in your brokerage account. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next slide here.